Hello, hello. We are back streaming after the last week or so. Interlagos Group 3, very good combination. And we are on a mission to repair some driver rating that we've lost over the last week. Or 2 weeks since we started streaming. I think I've lost 8,000 DR on this account. So it's time to start getting some of that back. Had a few races last night. I think I had 6 in total. Good racing, very clean. I think I picked up one 1 second penalty over the course of the 6 races. So let's hope we can repeat that today and not have too many incidents and stuff. That's what we're looking for anyway. It'll be interesting to see how busy the field is as well. FIA starts at 4 o'clock, so we'll see how many people are actually playing just now, whether they're preparing for that. I'm going to do a quick lap though, make sure the wheel and it all is working okay. So we're in the Mercedes, same car we did the strategy guide with. Certainly find it to be pretty handy around here. Anybody out there could tell me that you're able to watch this in 1080p 60, please let me know. I've messed about with a few things, and when I look at the preview screen I can only get up to 360p, but I can get 1080 60 on my phone, so hopefully it's okay if you're out there watching. Because I know I certainly wouldn't want to watch a stream in 360p, that's for sure. So 45 seconds we'll be into the first race here. Likely to be a little bit rusty over the first race. This is the only lap that I've done, the only preparation lap. But to be fair, we know we're way around Interlagos in a Group 3 car. We should anyway. There we go, into the first race anyway, let's go. Not got the best qualifying, we're starting up in P2, that really does surprise me. Wow, he's so high up the grid. A 29-1's not particularly shabby, but definitely not a lot of people playing. PR1 Fire in pole position, he's been playing this race a lot, obviously trying to build up that driver rating. Don't think we're going to see too much of him in this one. I think the battle will be for second. A couple of A+ drivers behind us as well, so as long as we can finish ahead of P3, and we've got Matthias Bauer down there in 9th also as an A+ driver, so yeah guys we're looking to beat to try and get some DR from this one. Up in P2 we'll definitely start on the soft tyres. I think even Fire starts on the mediums, probably not hold us up that much. I think he'll be gone by the end of the first lap. We'll probably even be out his slipstream. So if you're doing this race, just a little tip, when you sort of go straight into the pits, so you can try and see, well obviously take a note of what drivers are around you, maybe in front of you, a couple of drivers in front of you, a couple of drivers behind you, see what tyres they're on if you can. That can help you to make a judgment on what tyres you want to start on. If you've got a driver in front of you who appears to be starting on the mediums, or a couple of drivers, then maybe a good idea for you to start on the mediums yourself, because they're obviously going to hold you up a little bit. Or if you're maybe starting on the mediums and you see the two drivers immediately behind you on the soft tyres, then you either know to maybe go on the soft tyres or to not fight with them too much as they're trying to overtake you. So you can sort of dictate what you're going to do in the early stages of the race if you can just get that little bit of information. Here we are though, into race number 1. P2 in the Mercedes, just for anyone who's wondering. Great balance at 3. Try and look after those front tyres, so PR1 Fire, one of the quickest players in the game, in pole position. We've already got a 1.2 second gap to P3. This has it's either on the medium tyres or made a mistake, but this has got all the hallmarks of being a very boring race, I'm afraid. Because I don't think we're going to hang with Fire too much. Spaniard up into P3, oh, they're all battling that final podium position. Funny feeling Fire might be on the mediums here. As expected, he's managed to drop us in the slipstream over the first lap. This one could be pretty lonely, I think. Come back, Fire. Give my viewers something to watch. Awesome line. It maybe is on the soft tyre. I think he maybe just took a few corners to get warmed up. So yeah, this one's going to be a very lonely, boring race, I'm afraid. Not a lot we can do about fire. We seem to have the pace over P3 comfortably. Thought there'd be a few more people playing. I do like to choose any interesting times of day for daily race C at the moment. Over the week it seems to be some kind of bizarre lighting settings. Makes things a little bit more tricky to see the track, your braking markers. This is not night time like the Nordschleife though. Can't say I enjoyed that too much. Oh, an apex there somewhere. Quite got an eye in yet in some of these corners. First lap we should really be doing maybe a 1:30.4 or 5, and then sort of similar for lap 3 as well, but I'm not entirely sure why that's my best first sector, because turn 1 was horrible. Tyres out there. Yeah, a fairly good measure of the difference between an absolute top level player, as in PR1 Fire, and somebody who kind of fluctuates between second and third split in the FIA races. It's quite humbling. Realise just how much more speed they've got than you. He's probably cruising as well because he's got no danger. We'll see if we can maybe bring it home in a sub 20 minute finishing time. You never know. Fire, not so much these days, but a wee while ago as a player, always been incredibly quick, but was quite susceptible to binning it. Don't think he's kind of ironed that out of his game these days. Out there at the front with nothing much to concentrate on. Maybe you lost a concentration. You'll need to catch that curve on the outside of turn number 4 and around you go. 2 laps in a row. Turn 1's been awful. So I'm not going to pit just now because we're going to come in amongst a couple of cars there, so we'll just stay out. Even though that is the optimal time to pit, lap 6. So all very quiet in the chat, unless my chat's not working. Nobody's actually left a comment yet. Certainly nothing appearing there. I'll take a look at my phone after this race. Somebody... That's not a penalty. It was a bit of a weird penalty you got when you ran wide there. We'll go, whack the mediums on. Let me put chat. Let me. Yeah, we're just a bit shy this morning. Well, a bit scrappy this morning. It's not even morning anymore, is it? A bit scrappy this afternoon. I'm going to assume the chat's not working because there is 21 of you out there watching at the moment. It'd be unusual for nobody to leave a comment. Some of you are usually quite chatty. Can't even see fire now. So if it looks like it's going to be pretty quiet in the lobbies, we'll maybe use some different cars. I got quite comfortable with the Mercedes last night, so yeah, this is a really good combination. That's when you've actually got somebody to race. So concentrate in the chat, talk at the straight bitch, Wombo. So yeah, it's a good combination. This had some really good racing last night. Obviously made a difference because I had somebody to race against, unlike this race. But nice to see some strategy in this one. We did some rather bonkers strategies yesterday. We actually did one race where we did 2 laps in the medium and 11 laps on the softs. And in that race was Igor Fraga. He did exactly the same strategy. Did finish 5 seconds ahead of me, but we weren't too far off him doing the same strategy. Tyres weren't very nice towards the end of that stint, but you can do some pretty long stints on the softs. Did a couple of 2-stop strategies as well, just to try and get away from some of the madness in the midfield. It'd be nice if we could keep fire under 10 seconds ahead of us at the finish. It'd be a bit of an ask. Seems like he's got about 7 tenths of a second over us. The Dutch driver there in 3rd place though, is pretty, once he got up into 3rd place he's kept that gap very stable, around about 5.5 seconds. We're going to be struggling to keep that gap down to 10 seconds, maybe 10.5. should be able to keep this lap time in the 31s as well. Not with corners like that, we won't know. Pretty awful last lap. Aye, here we go. So that was very boring. Apologies for anyone that was sitting watching that. Not a lot we could do. Fire's just too quick. 19 minutes 50.4. Pretty rapid indeed. We can certainly go a couple of seconds faster overall than what we did there. But let me check my phone and see if this chat is actually working. Yeah, so the chat is working. It's Alright, so yeah, my chat's not working on the screen here. I don't know if there's anything I can do to sort that. It's a bit of a shame. Looks like my message is coming through. Anyway, I'll just scroll through here and say hello to some of you. GTS on board, Sean Daniels, Fafner, Deadeye, Vouter, Alcamo, King Ears, Jack, nice to see you as well. Nice to see everybody in the chat. Duke 427354, hello. Mark, just Mark. I'm good, thank you for joining the chat, saying hello. Ronan, nice to see you. You get reset again from 36k down to 3k. Well, because some English dude called Cosmonauts didn't want to be passed. Jeez, oh. Richie95HD, nice to see you. Apologise, I can't read the chat during the race, it's not appearing on my end for some reason, or maybe I've changed something somewhere. So Sean's saying, yeah, the VW is a handy car around here. If you're talking about the, I think both the Beetle and the Golf are good, aren't they? I think loads of cars are competitive around this track. My fastest lap's actually in the Ford GT. I've not tried any of the big boy cars though. I've not tried the GTI, I've not tried the RCZ yet. I've not tried the Vantage. I think the only cars I've tried are the Ford. I've used the Mercedes. I got a 129.4 in the BMW. A 129.2 in the Lexus. There's definitely a 28 in me somewhere, but qualifying and sort of hot lapping has never been my strength. It definitely looks like if I need to give this Volkswagen GTI, the Vision Gran Turismo car, a little bit of a try. Alright, so we're going to go in the BMW for the next one. If it's a sketchy back end. So Fafter, you're saying 1080p 60 here, but getting the YouTube motion artifacts. Yeah, I've been looking into sort of stream settings and stuff. But if I up them too high to sort of make it a bit more smooth, then it seems to be very jerky. So I'd rather it was kind of at least smooth if rather than that. But we will get it sorted once the new PC's here. I'll definitely be able to kind of dig into these things a little bit more. Hopefully about a week's time that will arrive. We'll have a lot more time to mess about with things. King here saying that was lonely but good for DR. Well, that's definitely true. Good for your SR, good for your DR. Deadeye saying Streamlabs can be quite temperamental when it comes to showing a YouTube chat. Well, it's the first time it's not worked. It's a bit unfortunate. But at least if you can all see the chat and chat amongst each other, at least that's better than nobody getting it at all. King, you're saying the extra pace the top drivers have is crazy. You watch the replays and follow the ghosts. We can only usually manage a time around 1.1. See, what annoys me is that I watch the sort of the ghosts of, you know, the top drivers, and they don't look that different. They don't really look any different to what you're doing, but they just stop the clock 1 second quicker than you, and you're like, I don't see what they're doing differently, or that much differently. But they're just gaining half a tenth, 3/4 of a tenth every corner on you, so it's nearly impossible to see with the naked eye. But if they can do it with every corner, then it soon adds up. Ronan's had 17 resets, that's a good effort. I think I've only had 1 reset over the course of the 3 accounts. It was an FIA race at Monza. I have to say it was kind of my fault. I kind of lost my rag a little bit with some of the moves that was getting put on me. Luckily it was only down to 40k, so Eric B, I'm not sure I said hello to you as I was looking through it. Well, nearly into this second race here. If you click on the icon at the top right of Streamlabs, it will take you to the YouTube stream. Give that a try. If you click on the icon at the top right of Streamlabs, it will take you to the YouTube stream and you'll be able to read it rather than use your phone. Just a suggestion. This is a Streamlabs OBS. Is that the same thing? I guess I could just open it in another thing, couldn't I? Down in 4th for this one. PR1 Fires decided that us mere mortals are not worth racing against, obviously. Oh, we've got Momos behind us. That could make things interesting. Lost Shelty in there as well. A couple of fast drivers. We've got Nisman down there in P11. Obviously, you can go a lot quicker than that. Should be a camera icon. That says editor. Oh shit! Oh, I'm not. What I'll do is I'll open it and I'll do this race and then I'll get it sorted in some way, shape or fashion. Right, so I've just opened it in a YouTube. I'll put it into 144p so it's not taking up any bandwidth. Right, can I make that bigger? Right, I can kind of see the chat now. I can't even see what tyres I'm on there. I'm on softs. I am. Right, thanks Deadeye. I didn't really think of that, so I can kind of at least see the chat in a fashion now. Stop, please, cat. Oh, I feel horribly unprepared for this race. Oh, don't want to be out there on that curb. I don't want to go round the outside or something either. Funny feeling this driver might be in mediums. Means we're going to be ruthless and getting past. Back end of the BM. Power of the Dodge up the hill. You're not really making any inwards at all here. Jeez, oh, come on, cat. You have to just go for the dive here. That's a bit poor of me. Not the way I like to overtake, but kind of forced the issue a little bit. He's definitely sticking with me now. I do wonder if he was... Oh, you see this Dodge coming down this straight. So it's likely that driver behind us is on the medium tyres here, so in the second half of the race, if he comes up behind us on soft tyres, we will not be making it difficult for them. Since we kind of bullied our way past a little bit. He's keeping up now though, isn't he? Catching the GTI, I wonder what tyres they're on. And the slip now at least. Protects us a little bit from the Viper behind. I think they might be on soft tyres now. I think they were just a little bit slow in the opening laps. Oh god, buddy. Struggling. Oh, I didn't want to chat, pal. Thanks for that. Slow. Doesn't want to give up that second place, does he? Well, his robust defending gets robust aggression. Oh, when you go dodge. A very BMW thing that. Back end is so airy in this car. I'm trying to go in the power like that. There's a gap there. I wonder if I should maybe try to hit there and go for a 2. Ooh. Do you think he'll get up into this corner? Oh, he has. Oh, he's got himself a 3 second though. Oh my god, these drivers were awful slow here at round. Now, we're going to try something a little bit different here. we're going to go into softs again. I didn't even realise the leader had pitted. So, what are we going to come out onto here? So he's got a 3-second penalty to serve. Clearing air now, time to go and run. You can put the Frighteners up P1 because we should close up on him. Maybe force him into a mistake of some description. Okay, I'm confused. Oh no, what am I talking about? P1's a Hungarian driver up there. This chat thing's got me all at 6s and 7s here. Not really pulling away from the Dodge at the rate you'd expect to if they were on medium tyres. I think the P3 must be on softs as well. Must be in soft. lap times are just not quick enough. What we're trying to do. There's a bit, mate. I think that Dodge driver behind us must be in the soft tyres as well. I like that, he's incredibly quick on the mediums. Looks like we've got the gap over P4 though. Maybe. Must be pretty close. So, even if we're going to finish this in third, it's still a net gain. So I looked up at the lap counter there because I thought it was in lap 11. Moment of truth is the Dodge driver pitting. French boy in P3. Are they? Oh, they are. That makes me feel a bit better. Barring any disasters, will be a P2. P1 seemed pretty quick. I think I've raced that Hungarian driver in FI8. He's definitely quicker than me in those days. Need the two-stopper work for us though. Oh! That's embarrassing. Why do these things always happen to me when I'm streaming? I barely even touched the throttle coming out round that corner. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. Oh my god. Oh, nothing unlucky about it, Vouters. I was too busy talking and not concentrating enough. I'm telling you, that sort of stuff doesn't happen to me when I'm just playing by myself. They always reserves those kind of moments for when I'm streaming. The streaming curse. Ronan, thank you for joining and chatting away in there. Appreciate it. Hopefully see you on the next one, or see you on the track. Massive video. That is going to be one of my most embarrassing GT Sport moments. Hang my head in shame. I know Deadeye, but I know that corner is famous for it, and I know the BMW is got a tricky back end, so when you hit that wee crest you've got to be really careful. I must have been on the throttle about 25%. Oh dear. I hit myself with the old commentator's curse there, didn't I? What did I say coming out the pits? Barring any disasters. Barring any disasters, well, disaster came. Right, go back in the Merc. Yeah, this I do like the CNIS King Ears, but it is make or break to your lap on this track. It's definitely make or break. Fafa, you're talking about Momo's watched all that and made a mental note of it. Do you think he's going to try and become a cleaner driver? Momo's is a weird one though. I've raced Momo's a lot and raced them very clean, and he's been very clean with me. But I've had my Momo's moments as well. I took him out. I was at a race at the Kyoto driving park, the big long one with Yamagiwa attached to it. It was a group 3 race, takes about, what, 2.5 minutes per lap. He was in front of me, and I just seen him making stupid move after stupid move, and eventually I just decided for the greater good, for the good of the race, and somebody had to step in and do something about him, so I deliberately took him out. And then I pitted after that, and I came out right behind him, and he just let me past and then destroyed me. But he left me alone for the rest of the race after that, so he kind of got his revenge, and then that was it. He never bore a grudge, let's put it that way. Oh, you're talking about the dive on his fellow Frenchman, Fafner. Yeah. I had to go for that move though. It was at that point I had to go for the move. He picked up his speed once I was through though, but I thought he was on the mediums at that point, so we had to go for it. Yeah, Supra, I've had that moment I was just talking about there at Kyoto driving park, and I've never really had anything else with him to write home about. Although, I have seen myself in races behind him, and you're super cautious when you go for the overtake. He does, his reputation does precede him, which means you're very careful around him. Isaac's Tech, hello. You're a new name in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Saying hello. Yeah, King, the breaking point for turn 1's very difficult into the CNSs because there's not anything that really stands out as a clear marker. I just look for the 100 board, and then there's a sort of line between the 50 board and the 100 metre board. It's like a sort of line where the sun starts, and that's generally where I kind of catch that out the side of my vision, and that's my breaking point into turn number 1. So it's maybe around about 70 metres. Brands Hatch a few weeks back was a nightmare with him. No, don't get me wrong, I've seen some disgusting behaviour from him in other people's streams. Yeah, I think most of us can say we've had a Momo's moment. Way back, I used to have the replay of what happened between me and Momo's saved. And I was going to make a video about it, just because everybody seems to have a Momo's video. And that very week my PS4 or something happened with the game, but I ended up having to reinstall the game and lost all my replays, which was unfortunate. Yeah, I think if anybody knows how the penalty system works, dead eye, it'll be our man Momo's. Yeah, I go down into second gear for turn 1 Supra, just to try and get that little bit of rotation. Depends what car you're in, I suppose. Down in 6th place for this one. We're back in the more comfortable zone of the AMG. 6th place is where do we start from 6? Sorry, what tyres do we start on at 6? So we're going to jump in and we'll try and see what these two Italian guys behind us, what tyres they're on before we make our decision. Now what they called CBR and SMM. None of them are there. So we've got 2 drivers ahead of us are on the medium tyres though, so that makes me think I want to go on the mediums. So Vladimir Sobolov's on the mediums, Kryptonite's on the mediums as well. Let's just make sure none of them change before we go and change. Right, we're doing it. Oh, options. Oh no, I'm too late, ain't I? I'm going to be too late. Right. Cheers, Wouter. Did you get a red S or something and you in a drop split? I did see you. I wasn't sure whether it was you, but I did see what I thought was you in the other lobby. Is there any way to make the chat bigger when you're just watching it on YouTube? No luck, Wouters. I'm sure you'll get it back up to 89 in this next race. Good luck out there. Right, so P2 and P3 are both on the medium tyres, we know that. Race number 3. No bottles this one, please. Let's hope we've got the bottle out of the way. Gold medium tyres. Italian civil war behind us. Finnish drivers got a terrible connection. Neither did me, neither did me. The Italian's going to suffer from two-temp syndrome here. He's going to think he's close enough, I think. To be fair, it's a good move, he got it stopped. Yeah, it was coming, so... It was a good move. Not good in front of us. To be fair, the Italian is giving us loads of room there. Is he going to go for it? What do we think? Didn't. Woo! Not enjoying this too much. Never have to like be paying too much attention behind me. P1's off skate, Hungarian driver from the last race. I suspect this Finnish driver's also in the mediums. Do with A3 up there fine. Let's go into the back of them. Drop the Italian behind us. Go, take your normal line. Let them do the fire ahead of us. I really hope I don't get a penalty for that. There's a gap there, I'm going to pit here. There's a gap there, I'm going to drop into it. I'm going to come out too close to them, haven't I? Oh, what's happened to Vladimir? Take it easy on this. We're going to do 8 laps on these soft tyres, so let's not kill them in the opening lap. We're just going to end up stuck behind these two. This is annoying, Vladimir. If you hadn't been off, this plan would have been brilliant. Well, that definitely didn't help the plan there, getting stuck behind the Russian. I think he was Russian. Wasn't meant to happen. Have they hit the throttle, please? It's going to be like a 32, we should be doing a 30.4 or 5. 1.5 seconds that cost us. So we stayed out to lap 7 on the mediums anyway. How hard are you going to fight it? I didn't fight you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We need to gap this guy before my tyres go off and his mediums become a better tyre. Terrified coming out that corner now after the last race. Broke the slipstream, so that's a plus. Looks like my chat's also now stopped working here on the YouTube feed for some reason. Well, I thought the strategy was ruined when we came out into that traffic, but up into P3 now, and barring any disasters, and I'm going to say it again, we should be able to cement it. So there could be a battle for P1 by the end though. gap, 1.9 seconds. I think the Belgians on soft tyres compared to the medium tyres. That tyre advantage will be decreasing with every corner at this point in the race. Mercedes is so much better coming out that corner though. So less than a second between P1 and P2 now. Finn and the other Mercedes has moved up into P4. Keep an eye on their lap times, make sure they're not catching us too quickly. This is what I like about the Mercedes, even with pretty worn tyres it still behaves itself. P6 up to P3, not to be sniffed at. Should be careful there enough, we've still got 2/3 of a lap to go. We know what happened in the last race. I'm sure won't let that happen again. Soon find out. There, I think we can say we've now secured this podium. We're hard pushed to mess it up from here. Not bad though, we'll take that. See what's going on there, why we've lost the chat again. So you can't hear me because I had my mic on mute there. Yeah, but I was just say I do apologise for not being able to interact a little bit more. Everything's been a little bit crazy. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, quite happy with that race. That was a nice one. P3 from P6 start. Who was in front of us? So Vlad, we've seen him having some kind of incident into turn 1. The Italian did start in front of us, but must have ran into some kind of issues. I'm not entirely sure who the other driver was. Oh, it was the Finn, wasn't it? And the other Mercedes. Oh, he's went from P4 into P6 at the end and a penalty. Something's happened there. Save the replay and take a wee look later on. Let's do a wee check on the DR, see what we're up to. Right, well we'll go in something different this time. What will we go in? Will we try the Lexus? Try the Dodge. Let's try. Let's go in the Lexus. Watched Rory in the Lexus the other day, seemed to be doing quite well. Vouter's asking, what is the highest your DR has been? I think I've been 65.5 has been the highest. My Womble account's sitting on 64,900 at the moment. This account, I'm just about to check. So this account is now sitting on 59,890, which we've gained 2,000 at DR since we started. 2k DR from those 3 races, so happy days. The aim was to get up to 60k, so quite happy with how that's going. GTR1 Coleman, it's going pretty well. First race was a lonely race to a P2. Second race we were in P2 and we cursed ourselves by saying this has been a good race, barring any disasters, and we spun with 3 corners to go. Ended up finishing up in P5, and in the last race there we picked up a podium. So the race is going pretty well. In terms of the stream having a few technical issues. The chat's not working on YouTube Studio, so I'm having to watch a YouTube stream on the computer there. Try and interact that way. Anyway, I need to go for a wee toilet break, folks, so I'm just going to fire you on to the be right back screen. Just give me a couple of minutes and I will be back. Thanks now, thanks for your patience, and thank you to everyone who's joined so far. But yeah, we're going to do a couple of races at the very least, so hopefully you can stick around for them. Cheers now. So as we're back, just a quick mention of my unofficial sponsor for Womble Leader streams, Iron Brew. MD out there, connections to bars. Take note, please. Yeah, Isaac, I've not tried the RC's Edge yet. I'm going to maybe take it out in qualifying later on, see if I can improve my qualifying time. I definitely think I need to get into the 28s of some sort. But we're 29-1. I think the last time I checked on Kudus Prime was about 170th on the leaderboards. It's getting his top 6 starts, so it's not terrible. So P5 we've got the Russian and the Belgian once again up ahead of us. Cart's a new player for this race. He's got Brachis in P9. Had some good racing with him in the MX5s and Suzuka a few months ago. Good clean driver. Right, let's see. We can see what tyres folk are on. So Kryptonite's on the mediums. Noah's on the softs. Tom da gangster. Don't think there's too much more to learn. We're on the softs here. Will we stay on the softs? I think we're too late to change now anyway. Right, we're on the softs. I thought I was on the mediums. We're starting on the softs. So a reasonable result here should take us up to up over 60 kdr again, which was the aim of the stream. Pour myself a wee drink here. Burns the fuel. So we know the Belgian up ahead is on the mediums as we start this one, which could pose a few problems for us in the early stages of the race. Steady on, mate, into turn 1, really. Cart's had an issue of some sort as well. We've got a different Hungarian in P1 this time. So P1 and P2 fight. See if I'm going to put Krypton in the box seats towards the end of the race. We need to open at least 5 or 6 seconds over this first stint over the Belgian driver. Should be able to get past in here to turn 1. I don't think he'll fight it. It doesn't make any sense. He'll just return the favour later on in the race. At some point we're going to have him behind us on better tyres. Shouldn't go for the overtake here, I don't think. Somebody's knocked down the 100 metre board, that confused it. Working well for the Belgians, going to get a nice slipstream down here. It's all free time for him. That was a terrible lap. He's obviously pretty good through that Senna SA. Looking much inroads into these two up ahead. think Kryptonite's definitely in the box seats here because we're all going to be changing on to mediums. Ain't going to hold him up. We're going to get stay to ahead. Hopefully cause some stuff. Do we have a gap to P5 is the question. All coming in as well. Captain's coming in as well, yep. Momo's in this one as well, I never noticed him. I think he's been in all of them. Oh, Matman F12, he's a top split driver, isn't he? He's a really fast driver. Go and get him, Krypton. Oops, there's it. Off to slipstream. Up there. So P1 and P2 will come back to me in this race as the tyres. As the tyres wear out, you can see that from the first stint. Struggling to hold on with them at the moment, though. Don't like not having the 100-metre board there. I think Krypton needs to get past this lap or he's going to be struggling to get P1. Russian defending well though. all good for us as well, because Krypton's tyres will start to go towards the end of the race, so we can still be there just to pick up the pieces. He's getting a bit desperate now. Just noticed that the Russians in a Hyundai. Oh, there's going to be penalties here, isn't there? We must stand back and watch. Watch this Hyundai down the straight though. Krypton will have to go defensive. Can't see. Vladimir's tyres have gone. And Krypton drag us up to P1. Alexis did me there. Jeez, oh. I don't know what I was doing there. This is what's quite good about this race with the settings of the medium tyres and the sort of the crossover between the soft and the mediums after about 3-4 laps, so they can kind of match each other in pace. Means you're not guaranteed to just steamroll over everybody in the second half of the race if you're on the softs. This Lexus, you do not like that curb, do you? Like Krypton's having a bit of trouble catching P1 now, and even if he does, he's not going to have a whole lot of tyres left to do anything about it. Looks like the Russian's a pretty fast driver, but also a tyre muncher. One to go. Quite a fun wee race though, a bit boring for the last few laps, but quite good fun getting to that bit. I like to finish here with a 31. Is it on? I don't know, is it on? Should be. Oh yeah, just 31.9. So yeah, that was quite good fun in the first half. Our plan kind of worked as well. Don't fight me at Krypton night because we knew he was in the better strategy, and then use him to go and be the cat amongst the pigeons. Unfortunately, the Hungarian managed to get away with all the fighting, just after the pit stop. But he did manage to hold up Vladimir enough for us. That's another podium. I think that's what, 3 podiums out of 4. It should have been 4 out of 4 because we obviously we made a mess of it. Anyway, hopefully you're enjoying the action. I do apologise that the chat, I don't think any of the chat's working on anything now. Maybe not working for any of you guys either now. Yep, nice and clean race, Coleman. Just don't get involved in too many of the shenanigans. I'm surprised that Sobolov and Kryptonite never got a penalty between them through one of the laps, but there was certainly plenty of contact. Knudsen saying to Momos, "So stupid, I feel sorry for you." So obviously Momos has been up to something in this one. He's down to a B. He's down to a B. So we'll not be seeing him in the next one, that's for sure, unless he jumps onto one of his other accounts. I like that guy's name, Ugandan Commando. That's a good, that's a cool name. Hey, what time are we at? We're going to do one more. So we are, that'll be the last race. And we're going to do the last race in... We're going to do it in the Corvette. I know the Corvette's up there, I'm just looking to see what other choices are. We could maybe do it in the Genesis. What will we do it in? We'll go in the Corvette. You can't go wrong with the Corvette. So if you happen to be liking the action or feel so kind as to maybe hit that like button, I'd very much appreciate it. With 30 likes up as we are, let's see if we can get to 35 before the end of the stream, before the end of this race. That would be nice. Yeah, as I said, I very much appreciate it. I appreciate everyone coming in that's watching. Do apologise that the chat's not, well, it's definitely not working properly on my end for some strange reason. I guess it's just one of those things. So we'll call this one a day. After that, you know, obviously some of the usual streamers will be going to be coming on for FIA. Not sure at this point in time whether I'm going to do any of the races. An interesting one though. It's nice to see them using something a little bit different, you know, with the Mini. That Dragon Trail Seaside. Let's do one lap in the Corvette then. Medium tyres, we'll put the brake balance to 2. We've got to remember to change the Corvette at 60-70% on the limiter. Very good brakes, the Corvette. Remember that, the Corvette doesn't seem to have a whole lot of stopping power. Ooh, there's even less stopping power when you clip the grass. Right, I don't know how popular this lobby will be. I suppose a lot of the player base will be getting themselves prepared for FIA. Where are we going to start this one? P3. So, we know we can beat P1, so we're in this one for the win. Which would be a nice way to finish. A nice way to finish indeed. Let's check what the old DR's at. So we can say, even with one race to go, the Operation DR recovery has been successful. The aim was to get up over 60k DR, we're at 60,400. And a half decent result here should maybe take us up above 61, because we've got A plus drivers in 6th, 11th and 12th. So we can finish ahead of P2 as well. That's going to help us. No, I don't want to start. Do I want to start mediums? I'm starting the softs. No, we won't. We're starting mediums. Oh. No, I didn't want to start the mediums. That's going to mean we're doing some overtaking. Cheers, Coleman, Scorpion, Cognac. Nice to see you in the chat. Thanks for the good luck. So as I said, we've finished ahead of Vladimir in the last few races, so we have to be looking to try and win this one. I might come under pressure from P4 and P5 quite early though. Let's do our best not to lose too much time to them. Didn't really intend starting on the medium tyres. And an unfamiliar car. We're about to slipstream already. We've been pushed because somebody can't judge their braking. I will let you pass that to T1 if you're close enough. Then R. Of course you're going to go for it there, aren't you? Just not smart. He's going to have to go defensive here because he thinks I'll go for the overtake. Cost us even more time. Not smart racing, my friend. Not smart racing. Luckily P1 and P2 are fighting as well. I think P1 might be in the mediums. That might be a cut. With it. Going for half seconds, he's going to release the Spaniard. One more like, folks. Get me up to that 35, please. There's a big heavy boy. Are you going for it? We're there. Thank you very much, people. Anyone hit the like button there? Do appreciate it. I don't really get any choice but to go for this ever. Smart from the Czech driver behind there, wee bump draft. Please don't go for it, please don't go for it. Thank you. Too nervous, I'm not entirely sure this driver behind me is going to do. Oh no. Well, I think the Greek, I don't know if I did that to the Greek or not. Oh. What tyres am I on? On mediums, isn't I? So the Czech driver behind me was on the mediums. Surprised me a little bit. It's good to get Aston Martin out of slipstream. I think the Czech driver ahead of us is going to be in good position come the end of this race. Get this speed of that Aston Martin, it's taking a tenth and a half out of me down the straight. Making it hard. Thank you, Vladimir. I don't have any real love for the Corvette here, but that is the fastest race lap that I've done it in any car, in any race, so... catch Denart before the end of the race. Mars is going to catch him, I think. You two fight. Corvette does like to understeer through turn 3 there. Ooh, who's got that? Is that the Czech driver or is that Denart? That's harsh, isn't it? Didn't really pay attention to what really happened between them, but well, this could be an interesting last lap between the three of us. Oh, listen, not an easy move, is it? Done it. Oh, who was that? That was Marzik. There's been chaos behind and Brackus is coming through for the P3, the podium. This goes to show you, anything can happen. Oh, is there a final lap? I thought that was the last lap. This is why I never did one of those show-offy finishes that people do. Well, this just feel like a long race now. Vladimir's up to third now. Oh, it's all sorts of chaos going on back there. We do have the Greek driver to apologise though, because we went off the track, I'm pretty sure. Need to avoid an action and bend it. Respected Dinar as well when we went for the overtake round the outside, gave us all the space that we needed. Nice bit of racing. Hey, this is definitely the last lap. Jeez, I need the Germans in for that. Oh god, knows what's been happening back there. Woo! Enjoyed that one, that was good fun. David Aguila, nice to see you in the chat. Thanks for joining us, saying hello. Yes, in the Corvette, as you are aware now. Didn't really enjoy it on the medium tyres, I must be honest, but quite good in the softs. Cheers, Wouters. Yeah, enjoyed that one. Woo. So I think that's what, 5 races. I think we've been on the podium for 4 of them, and we should have been on the podium for the other one, but we cursed ourselves. So not a bad session overall. Lobbies certainly nowhere near as strong as they were last night when I was playing. There was 4 or 5 top split players in them last night, which I was struggling to have much impact against. But we'll take it. Unfortunately no win, but we will take it. And a fastest lap as well. Don't have too many of them. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, yes. Yes, we're sorry. Yeah. Where is he? Is he away? Mars away? Yes, he has. Yeah. Don't know if the Greek driver's still there. Then we'll save the replay for that one, see what was happening. If I missed anything there. Need to be careful in the track. Marty having a bit of a go at dinner, not surprising. Oh, Wouter, you're in that race there. P12. That's going to be the end of the race in action, folks. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who's joined us and watched there. Hopefully that was quite entertaining. I certainly quite enjoyed those races, with the exception of the first one. The first one was very boring. But after that, there was some good action, some good overtaking. FIA is about to start at 4 o'clock, so I'm imagining some of the usual suspects will be getting their streams started for that. If you're interested in watching that, I'm going to take a wee break, maybe do some of the Nations races later on. We won't be streaming them. Next stream, when will the next stream be? Maybe do a late night stream tomorrow. We'll do that on the Womble Skipper account maybe. When I say a late stream, I mean a very late stream. Maybe starting to around about 11 o'clock, something along those lines. Till those lobbies get a little bit busier. But yeah, thank you very much if you've joined me. As I say, that's the end of the race in action. I'm going to take a look at the replay for that last race just to see what was going on. I can remember where to go. This one here. We'll see what happened with the Greek driver, because I'm pretty sure I had a funny feeling we ruined his race. We went off the track and rejoined. I would probably be quite upset at that as well. Cheers, Coleman. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully see you in the next one. He was having a good race, that Greek driver as well. He came up from P11 and I think he was sort of behind me in P6. So I don't think there's too much to look at up until then, so we'll just... I can't change driver. There we go. So who's the Greek driver in the Alfa Romeo? Bit of chaos there, up to P9. He's on the soft tyres, as it is. Round the outside into the last turn. Good effort. He's under pressure here, I'd imagine. Kieran goes for the outside. He should be able to defend that quite comfortably. Okay, forward. The Greek was having a good race here, working his way through everyone. Alfa Romeo passing an Aston Martin on the straight. You see that every day. This is where I'm going to go off the track. Nope, must be the next lap. Car's just going to understeer off we go. Yeah, it's unlucky, isn't it? I mean, I don't think I did a huge amount wrong. At this point here, I've got to be honest with you, I thought he'd probably dive down the inside of me rather than try and go round the outside. Because that's why I've kind of came over that way to the side of the track, because I'm thinking, well, I'm slow. He must be going. He'll surely go for the dive down the inside, because I'm going to have the brake early because I've got dirt in my tyres as well. He's just clipped that. We've all done that one, haven't we? We've all done that. Ooh, but yeah. It's all came from my accident though, so not so good. Right, we've got... Let's see what happened when Marzi got the penalty against Dinar. Looks like we're going to have a run towards turn 1 here. RC's head's no slouch in a straight line now, is it, after that wee buff that it got? Do we go for the overtake here? Bit far behind. No, thinks better of it. Dinar runs wide into turn 1. Straight on the defensive, everything's fine so far. Ooh, wow. It's a harsh penalty, but I'm not entirely sure I agree with this kind of driving. because you're never going to go down that gap and stop it in time anyway from that angle. And then, but there does move back across onto the line, which I don't agree with either. Margie goes to take avoiding action. I don't think there's any contact here or anything that causes a penalty up till this point. There's a first touch there, so the game's probably registered in one touch. Second touch. Plus, Denar loses control, so there's the penalty. Yeah, harsh. Take a look at this overtake. Quickly, like that one. Like that overtake, that was a good one. Ooh. Margie did apologise for that, so he's just gone for the overtake. Just not stopped the car in time. It's not great, is it? No harm done for me, thankfully. Margie's still in P3 here, but I think we're going to have some shenanigans. Oh, da-da. That's just horrible. Obviously a bit peeved off about something, but no. Can't do that. He's hit that car and still not made the track. So how does Brackus lose P3? Denar gets a 3-second penalty, so that was a justified one at least. How does oh, Brackus got a penalty for something. What did he get a penalty for? Oh no. It's a harsh penalty, but I understand why the game's given this one. Because I think at that point you've kind of got to come off the throttle and try and get your car over to the left hand side. Harsh, but I see why the game gave it. Anyway, that's the end of that. Yeah, you'll be out there still watching. Okay, thank you very much for watching. And I do appreciate the likes, I appreciate everyone taking the time to view, I appreciate everyone takes the time to comment in the chat. Hopefully, I think we'll maybe back live streaming a very late stream tomorrow night, around about 11 o'clock UK time. We'll start. We'll go on the Womble Skipper account. We'll go play against the Australian and the Japanese drivers. But hopefully, this has been entertaining on some way, shape, or form. As I said, I've had quite good fun at driving it. I think there was some good action in there. Good luck in your FIA if you're going into that, and she'll see you on the next one. Shitty bye.